Okay.
So separating position from interest give you an opportunity to learn more about the customer, what really or the seller, and what really drives
Oh my
them.
God! You need to change the word.
So
Yeah, from page
In
it
English,
says
that's
4 dimensions. One of those is vision.
right.
This the next page is okay. This is the first one, vision.
Right, so we are looking at the vision. We're trying to see, okay, what is the vision of this customer?
No, man, it's confused. It's a vision. Oh.
You're moving forward, you need to move back.
Vision.
Yeah.
This is different.
Why?
This one, the next one is different.
No.
Right?
I don't agree. No.
Oh, same?
Oh, yeah. This is just...
No kidding. Vision is the latest technology. Gadget, you said.
Yeah, no, this is an example of selling a car. I just want to show here that customers do not have a single dimension. So we need
Are
to
you
look...
talking about this one?
No.
Okay.
Just an example. This is an example that customers are not all the same. They do not all have the same interest.
But this is I misunderstand.
So basically, customers are not all the same. Negotiators are not all the same. So you need to appeal to every dimension in order to be persuasive. So one thing is, okay, you need to look at the vision, and negotiation visionary is to look at personal interest, to look at business interest, to look at strategic interest. It's about finding what's on their mind, what is really driving these people in the negotiation. What is their personal interest? What is their business interest? What is their long-term interest? Why do they want to make this kind of investment? What kind of risk do they want to mitigate through this negotiation? The more you understand your customer, the better you can adjust your strategy in order to create value.
Okay, I understand.
So it's the what is in the mind of the negotiator at the other side, what drives their decision making. The biggest risk is focusing on what they are asking for.
Kimoto, did you take the course like a negotiation course before?
Negotiation course? In the Globis, I had a negotiation course.
Do you remember that?
Is this
Batona.
Batna? Yeah. That's well, Batna will come.
And the logic tree.
I think this is very good training to listening what he's teaching us, because 4 p.m. is the time for very tiring time, but I need to focus on my concentration to listen what he said. It's very important for English training, right? Try to keep me wake up and to catch up what he's talking about.
Till 5.
Right? He is some discrepancy in his explanation. From a vision, current vision is different meaning, right? And also vision now I understand, but separate position from interest, what else is he talking about?
So position from interest.
Yeah, I understand. But further, he's talking about for yourself and your counterpart. Oh, my bullshit, you know.
No,
For yourself or counterpart.
It's not bullshit.
What this mean?
Mm.
Because I just image how I had the vision.
Right.
Almost right.
Right. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Now I understand. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So the point is basically is you people take certain positions. They say, okay, I want this amount of money. I want this amount of financing, or I want you to deliver before the end of the year permanently. It needs to be delivered by.
Customer come to the shop and I'm going to tell you, seller, okay, I don't want to pay more than 3 million. Okay. But seller is just, okay, so wait a minute, I just try to explain first. And your interest, personal interest, business interest, and so on, so on. And you're going to consider for that, and your what kind of choice, your interest, what you're going to pick.
Right.
Finally, and okay, are you going to change your situation or whatsoever?
Right. Well, another interest, for example, is I want to not to pay more than 2 million. But if I realize that this person is very much worried about warranty, about maintenance,
that's
etc.,
right.
then I can actually say, well, you say 2 million, but I have a 2.5 million car here.
Exactly. Right.
That actually, so if you get to learn to know the person behind the position, you can actually maybe give them a better proposition than what they have in their mind. So if you are focusing on overcoming their position, then you might immediately look at their position and try to negotiate and try to push back their position. You lose a great opportunity to actually create more value, both for yourself and for your counterpart.
Yeah, this is exactly the same the question. I'm going to some recruiting company, and they're going to offer me a client. Our standard is 200,000 yen per month, or you need to go into the your client 4 times, 6 times, and they're going to pay for you 200,000. And I told them, by the way, 200,000, what are you going to provide for them? They're going to ask me they try to establish sales office overseas, something so and so, but I'm going to ask a question for them. How are we going to do that even 4 or 5 times a month? Are we going to visit the client, and what kind of services I can establish to attain their goal? It's almost impossible for kind of frequency if I'm going to visit that company. And if they're going to build overseas branch, they need to pay more. Otherwise, they can't physically establish the branch office over there. Or it's difficult to find a partner, is it? And just communication kind of negotiation, right? Then clients, how much do you satisfy? Okay, for 6 months, maybe I need, at least is 1 million or 2 million if you're going to establish a company overseas. But first of all, that the counterpart president will not accept my offer. So first of all, I meet with him. So for several months, I try to, I'm agree with that 300,000, but 2 times a month I'm going to train him what the meaning for overseas, business marketing and so forth. So sort of this one, right? Right.
Right. Well, so basically, it's indeed okay.
And
200,000
separate position from interest.
Right. So 200,000, really, but
that's
but
right.
what exactly do you want to achieve?
They said, okay, we already introduced 5,000 clients. Oh my God!
5,000 clients?
Yeah, he said 5,000 clients. That's 50,000 to 200,000.
They must make a lot of money. No, they
I said you made a lot of money. And those, did you follow that? No, he doesn't know. But I can't believe it.
I can't believe it either.
It's kind of sort of fake business, right? Is it?
I think so.
So this is a negotiation, first step.
Right.
Okay, I got you. This is what I said, right?
So find the interest, and then you will be able to propose something to them that actually will give them more value. And
so
you
the
more
other
value.
company I proposed, okay, you propose to the client $500,000 a month, then you need to pay for me 350,000. They're going to usually try to take half of the fees from customer.
Right.
But you need to pay for me 70% and 50,000 yen for me, and I'm going to visit the client for 2 times a month, and each time 4 hours we visit there. You can negotiate. You try to tell the customer, and this is negotiation. Right? This is the interest.
Right, but that is basically, if you have established that it's going to be 500, then you want to take as much value from the table. But that's very early, actually. Basically,
this is exactly separate position from
right,
interest.
right.
And both myself, both your counterpart.
Right. So it's very early, I think, if without actually having talked with a potential client to already talk about how much money do you want. I mean, what kind of opportunity are we talking about? Is 2 times a month enough? What, this is absolutely way too early to talk about these things.
But I tell them, finally, you need to pay a yearly basis 10 million or 20 million to building a branch office overseas. You need to consider for the domestic market how much money currently are you spending for, but you don't have any overseas division, department, anything at all. So how much you need to spend money, maybe obvious compared with domestic market, I told them. But if I'm going to tell the client, president, they cannot understand. So first of all, I meet with him and I try to make several questions, kind of, like separate position from interest,
Right.
right?
Right. To really get to understand and feel what is driving them, what is in their mind, what do they feel is very important to them. Like warranty, some people warranty, for other people it might be the latest technology, for other people it might be cost performance, for other people